Korn is something else. You have to listen to Korn. But...
Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster. Today I'm giving my friend another Propagandhi song. She liked the first one, so we're going to see if she likes this one. If she does, we'll do a third. So today we're doing Back to the Motor League. First, you should know a little bit about this band. This band is essentially well known for being very critical of the music industry.
Okay. I really like the last song. I have high hopes and high expectations for this one. I haven't read through the full lyrics, but I can see the tops, so my expectation is that that this is going to be a pretty intense song, an explosion of sound, potentially. My original expectation was that it wouldn't be too deep. Now I'm starting to rethink that a little bit.
Fucking hard. I like my rock and roll the same. Don't give a fuck if I burn out. Don't give a fuck if I fade away. Back to the motor league with me. Before I force to face the wrath of a well-refined public who live vicariously through. Tortured out his contract for punching much of problem. Back to the motor league I go. What's thought I drew a lucky hand turned out to be a live grenade. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh god, that's great. I love it. I love it. It's exactly what I expected it to be. The sound, the music, I love how like nothing is exactly as I would expect it to be. Everything's a little bit, the timing is all a little bit weird. I'm loving everything that's happening right now. I love the intensity. There's definitely more of a message than I was expecting. I love this tortured artist, college rock and floor punching macho pablum.
Quite the lyrics, eh?
Definitely a mouthful. I like it. I appreciate that. You know, when you write a line like that, you're making commitment. Right?
Yeah.
That's something that I can definitely appreciate. I'm having a lot of fun. I love this line. Once thought I drew a lucky hand, turned out to be a live grenade. I'm 14 and that feels deep. So the vocals are still not like impressing me. It feels like, you know, in the range of like Offspring, and that's okay. The vocals on their own feel poppy, but I'm trying not to hold it against that. Like I said, I'm so picky with vocals that I try not to let my own hang-ups destroy my appreciation of an objectively good song just because I'm picky in one area. Oh, and that big scream reminds me of Do the Evolution by Pearl Jam, which you're definitely going to be hearing at some point, and it's a fantastic song.
Single fender winners took a straight edge. Fuck off, who cares? I'd rather highlight triptychs than listen to your bullshit. Fuck off, who cares? A bunch of stupid scenes or shitty scenes, a strong man you build up to burn never ceases to amaze. And as I'm suffering of perfection, reminds me of my own race. Because my own dead is the real. Mouth, feet, eating hats, TV balls.
I love everything that I'm hearing, but this part here, mouthed feet. So if you say something bad, you've put your foot in your mouth.
Right.
Eaten hats. It's like, oh, if that happens, I'll eat my hat.
Yeah.
Teated bulls. A bull would not have teats. So I assume that it's something similar to if pigs could fly.
Okay.
Or that'll happen when pigs
interesting.
Or,
see, I didn't know what that line meant. Yeah, but that makes sense.
And Amish phone books. Amish people don't need phone books.
Right.
I love how much unexpectedness there is in this band. I find it very exhilarating that I have no idea what's coming next.
We're here! 15 years later, it's the reeks of swelling chicken conformists. Fist in the air! Like father, like some rebels, put it on corn, M&M's, and biscuits. We're here, a prayer! Take back your AD grandma's cruise and fair weather politics. blow dry my hair and stick me on a 10-speed back to the motor lead. Back to the motor lead. Back to the motor. Yes, life is just a popularity contest. Sex is just a feeling to perform within a framework of obedience. Just as the candy corner turned down like the selling shades of venture capital silence and competing messages rounding up the jagged edges.
Stock personnel, front checkouts, stock personnel.
Fuck!
Random. I love it. Well, I mean, I guess it's not random because it's about capitalism, right? But oh my gosh, I love that. I love every part of it. And you know, like they slowed down, but it didn't break the song.
No,
right?
and it actually like it slows down for probably like 5 to 10 seconds, maybe less than that, and then immediately pumps back up again. Like it actually it makes you think that it's going in a different direction. And it's like, nope, we're still going 100%. Yeah.
It's a little breather. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
catch your breath because there's more coming.
Right. Yeah.
I love that. I really love the writing of the lyric. Play acting anarchists. I'm sure they have problems with fans. They're not afraid of insulting a few people that might be in their fan group.
Well, here's the thing. This is an anarchist band, right? And they're very open about being an anarchist band. But what they're insulting is the people, and actually there's some other songs I'll show you that sort of talk more about this. They're very much like, if you're just doing this to rebel, like we don't want you at our shows. They want people to actually to believe in their politics and for not just be like a phase.
I love the flow of the line. Who cares about your stupid scenes, your shitty zines, and straw men that you build up to burn? That just, wow, that was great. Like father, like son, rebels bloated on corn, M&Ms, and biscuits.
That's such a good line, hey? They're all spelled like the band names, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And you said that you don't know a lot of corn, right?
I don't.
So we will be listening to some corn.
Okay.
I'm sure you know Eminem, and I'm not going to be showing you any Limp Bizkit. But I still am very much impressed by corn. So.
Right. But these are all band names that could be like food as well, right? So that's why they sort of use them. But,
I love that. I love that. Bloated on corn, M&Ms, and biscuits. Corn is something else. You have to listen to corn. But...
Okay. I mean, like I told you, they're very critical of the music scene and bands in general. So we'll go more into that later. But like, yeah, these guys made no friends in the industry.
I love the blow dry my hair part.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Why that part?
I just thought that was cute. That's a little injection of comedy that that I will always take. Now I need to remember who Amy Grant is.
I don't know. Amy Grant Mosh Cruise. I wonder what that means.
Oh, maybe she's just like a very soft type of singer, and so like it wouldn't make sense for her to have a mosh pit. Contemporary Christian music.
Oftentimes, like Christian rock will like sort of position itself as being rebellious, and they might be saying
right.
like, "This is not rebellious at all." Maybe if I had to guess, yeah.
I guess life is just a popularity contest. Success, the ability to perform within a framework of obedience. Like ham rock bands selling shoes for venture capitalists. Maybe that's something about how shoes are associated with like marching.
That's a good guess, but I'll explain this last sort of line here. So the part about just ask about the candy-coated Joy-Cam rock band selling shoes for venture capitalists, science and competing messages rounding off the jagged edges. So what this is talking about is the Warped Tour. So the Warped Tour is the Vans Warped Tour. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Vans Warped Tour, right, it's sponsored by Vans Shoes. But Vans Shoes...
Interesting.
Vans Shoes actually moved to their factories overseas, right, so that they could pay cheaper rates. And they actually go really hard on Vans in another song. But essentially what they're saying here is that all these rock bands at the Warped Tour are just being used to sell shoes for these venture capitalists. This isn't actually a rebellion at all. This is just people, this is just capitalism making money off of all of you. Like there's no actual rebellion here. So
I guess Vans are the new Doc Martens.
Yeah, they're very critical of what they consider to be anything that uses the music industry to sort of
round off the jagged edges.
exactly. For them, music is something very personal and it has deeper meaning. But for a lot of these bands and for a lot of these companies, right, that's where it stops, right? This is a money-making operation. It's being sold to people and commodified to people as an act of rebellion. It's not that. And so they want music to be more than that. Couple more lyric things I want to point out that I really like. Death threats and sycophants and wieners drunk on straight edge. So I consider myself straight edge, but this is attacking sort of the straight edge subculture. The way he phrases it, like you're drunk on this subculture.
Drunk on being clean, or I think South Park would call that smelling your own farts.
This has become so sanitized in itself. Like this is, people are trying to fit into this movement instead of just being like, this is my thing that I do because I like to do this and it makes sense for my life. Instead it becomes, I'm going to look down on people who don't. Oh, and then the other line I really like, 15 years later, it still reeks of swill and chicken shit conformists. So this is actually a reference to a Dead Kennedys song, which I assume would have came out 15 years before this song. And there's a line that goes, chicken shit conformists just like your parents. And the song is about punk rock. I think the line goes, punk rock isn't dead, it just needs to die. The Dead Kennedys, I guess, were already like making fun of the scene like 15 years before Propagandhi was. And so they're sort of just reusing the line here.
I love that. 5 out of 5.
Nice. So happy you like that song. This is like one of my favorite songs by them. So I'm also going to give this a 5 out of 5. It just hits so hard. The lyrics are so good. And they're like deceptively, like the first time I listened to it and it started with like the I like to party effing hard, I'm like, okay, this is just a song about partying. But it's actually not. Yeah. It's actually has nothing to do with that. Yeah.
That's totally what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I was in for it, and they blew my expectations out of the water. They actually had a message in there. I loved all of it. Well, great pick. Loved it so far. You're successfully converting me into a Propagandhi fan. Well, that's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button
and give us a dastardly thumbs up.